Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of Attack on Production. Today I'm Bancroft and being joined by Jimmy. Today we have a duel between my Prison Frieza versus Broly, which is actually a classic rematch from a duel that me and Fluff did a while back ago. So we're pretty excited about that. So before we get into the video, like always, hit that like, subscribe button if you haven't yet already. Put down in the comments anything you guys want to see us build or potentially do. But Jimmy, we've done a profile over this deck, and where can people see that profile?
If you want to see a profile for this Broly deck, it's got some set 10 spice in it. It's been updated. I've been brewing this for a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but I've been having a lot of fun with it. If you'd like to see this profile, you can check out Alpha Saiyan over on Instagram. We'll leave a link in the description to see that. Collaboration with him, we put up a minute deck profile on his page, and we put up gameplay on here. So definitely go check him out. Go drop him a follow. He's a really cool dude. Yeah. So
How often does he do deck profiles?
to be honest, I don't know. I usually just see them when they pop up, and they're usually always like something new, something off the wall, you know.
Nice. And like you said, minute-long videos, so it's pretty quick, easy kind of just check out for quick, which is pretty nice.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just scroll through your Instagram, you know, get an idea for a deck, or sometimes just copy the deck straight up, and it's good enough as is.
Very nice. So let's go and get into the duel real quick. As you guys are aware, Prison is a very no, you cannot do that type of deck. Where Broly's kind of like, I'm gonna go all in as soon as possible and just take you out. And I've just used my Leader's Effect to get a negate to my hand, and I pass it over to you.
So the main goal of Broly is just to move up the chain as quickly as possible. Each piece of the chain is really, really powerful, and I didn't really get to get into some of the skills on the chain, mainly because you don't play battle cards, so I never got to pop them. Now, right here, I risked it. I only run 3 of those Brolys in the deck, so there was a risk that the other 2 were in my life, and I really didn't want to charge that. But other cards in my hand were needed. If there were more, if those were more stakes, I'd probably just charge something else and just keep that Broly in hand. But in this instance, I thought, why not? You know, we're recording this just for a friendly duel. I'll charge it and risk the not getting it in hand.
Told if you didn't get it, we might have just started over because we want to showcase today. We want to showcase off both decks. In these friendly duels. You know, if it's a tournament, sorry. That's all I can say, sorry. But, so we saw that I pulled a negate to my hand. Early on, I'm just going to take a couple of these hits because I got to get my life, I got to wake in as soon as possible pretty much because I want to be able to not have to combo as much against some of your attacks, but maintain as many negate cards I possibly can for those late game attacks.
That negate on the backside of the Frieza leader was something that was in the back of my mind the entire time, because I knew you were very negate heavy, and that the leader is a negate that I cannot deal with by hand destruction or any other means.
Yeah.
So that's something I had in mind the entire time, and I had a game plan which you ended up thwarting, and we'll get to that when we get there. But overall, paralyzing technique really does nothing to this deck, even though paralyzing technique is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, it hurts your leader. So I'm trying when I use them, I try to stop you from swinging. So you're gonna get this effect regardless if you trigger it. I know you have a Paragus. I mean, something you use in this deck a lot. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna swing at your battle card. If I can knock it out, great. It'll make you go into your next chain early on, and one less attack for you next turn. But unfortunately, you did combo out. I didn't want to waste any of my cards in my hand.
So looking back on this, I probably should not have charged that Paragus because he searches out Broly's for my chain. I was thinking, you know, I could drop, Paragus Rampage trigger. I did not expect you to counterplay it.
Well, truth be told, that was a misplay on my turn. I'm about to counterplay it right now, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I should have hung on to that. And we'll get to that why in a second.
Yeah, well, I still get my auto. I still get, to put the field out there, which will let me go up one part of my chain. I can't get into the 6-drop this turn. Otherwise, I would have been able to get a 25k double striker on field on turn 2, which is not bad.
Yeah. Now, real quick, I just want to apologize for the graininess. I guess my lights weren't set up correctly. Or maybe it was my phone. I'm not really sure on what happened there. So I just want to do a quick apology on that. Because it does look really grainy on my end for some reason.
Looks all right on my end.
Well, you're looking through Discord, so it's kind of like you're seeing it as a secondary
That is true.
So you go ahead and swing with your battle card.
Mm.
And I know you mentioned earlier, like, paralyzing technique doesn't really matter as much. Do I not negate it? No, I take it. Okay.
Yeah, I think you took this one,
yeah. I knew you were going to the 4-drop this turn, so I think I was just trying to hold off on that. So you go ahead.
Right here, I do misplay a little bit. I was not thinking right when I was putting the 4-drop on the field. I read the 4-drop in my hand and went, "Oh, I got to drop 2 cards to play him." But no, with the 1-drop Broly, you just take the 1 or 2 life, and then you play the 4-drop. So you do see me drop 2 cards here, and you were nice enough to let me pick them back up.
Yeah.
But,
so here's where I messed up. In my hand, and I think, I'm not sure if you see it on camera or not, but I show it to Fluff. I have a, what's that counterplay?
Denial of Hope.
I have a Denial of Hope in my hand.
And you wanna know something crazy?
What's that?
I did not have the 4-drop in hand when I popped the 1-drop.
I actually draw. You took a risk.
I picked it up off of the 2 life that I picked up from the 1-drop.
Oh, wow.
Because I knew I wanted to do as much damage as I possibly could to you so quickly, because I know once you get 2 or 3 energy and you can start negating every single attack, that's not going to be good for me.
Yeah.
I did burn a Paragus here because I was trying to get some way to pop my 4-drop to go into the 6-drop. I don't think I did it on this turn. I think I had to wait a turn.
You did have to wait a turn, yes.
Yeah.
Because obviously you're attacking me. I didn't negate, which means I'm going to take this hit. So I'm able to awaken next turn. But yeah, I feel like I should have Denial Hoped it. I should have hung on that energy to do Denial Hope. And you would have had to start over regardless. And I don't think you have another 1-drop in your hand right now.
I do not. No, at this point I do not. So I was actually like super hyped to play Dormant Potential, because that's been a card that I was super hype on in this set. Finally built a green deck that can play it, and then I play against Frieza Prison, and it doesn't matter. So you see me dropping those and warping those a lot in this matchup.
Well, I mean, it's a free energy, or like you said, it's a free warp for your.
Oh yeah, of course.
All right, so going to my turn 3, which I always like going to turn 3 for. Well, whenever I awaken for Frieza, I like, because I draw 4 cards practically.
Mm-hmm.
So I just gotta figure out what to charge. Knowing what you have. If I'm correct, I might charge that Denial of Hope, because now it's kind of useless. Nope. New Model Scouter.
Yeah, I remember you saying you really didn't want to charge that.
Yeah.
And I mean, I understand why. It's an insanely good card.
Only as many negates I possibly can in my hand. I'm not keeping track right now, but I think I only have 2 extra cards in my drop right now.
Yeah, that should be right.
Go ahead and awaken, get my 2 draws, then activate main, draw 1 more time. And I think I pass. I think I swing into your leader. Not your leader, but I think I swing into your battle card. Just to get you the combo cards off. And I did forget that your leader, when he swings, you can draw up to 6 cards. So you can freely combo all you want and just draw it next turn. Oh, you negate though. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Maybe you didn't want to combo those cards in your hand.
Yeah, I wanted to keep as many cards as I could in my hand. I didn't want to risk you comboing up and making me get rid of more cards, because you do have to drop 2 every single time you want to go up the chain.
Yeah.
So I wanted to keep my hand total pretty high, because that 6 draws from the draw up to 6 on the leader only goes so far.
I was debating at this moment one of two things. I'm like, I could either do something and see if you had the 6-drop in your hand or not, or I could just pass and just rely on protecting myself next turn. And ultimately, I do choose to pass turn and try to go the protection route.
So this entire matchup, I had it in the back of my head. I was like, I really hope that Bancroft plays Topo on one of these Broly attacks so I can scold him for not reading the permanent. And then you never did, and I kind of finished this match upset and a little empty inside that I didn't get to do that. And then you do the exact same thing to me after I should have learned my lesson. I shouldn't have played Paragus Rampage Trigger. I should have just spent the 1 energy on Paragus Sacrifice and made you expel that. Then I would have played Rampage Trigger. But of course,
but you still get the.
I still get control back. I'll take control back all day.
Since I don't have any battle cards on the field, what I'm doing here is just prolonging your turns.
Yeah, which I mean that's really all Frieza Prison can do. Just in any matchup, pretty much.
So you're gonna do your swing.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes a paralyzing technique.
My favorite card.
Yeah, because I think I'm negating your leader because I'm like, cool, if he wants to swing his leader now, he has to combo up. Forgetting about your stupid permanent. So going to the 6-drop, which you have to discard 2 cards.
This was actually like somewhat of a hard choice for me because I had so many options that I could do in this turn.
Crit freeze, and I think there's a dormant legend as well.
Yeah, a dormant potential.
Yeah. Sorry, I have to clarify those two now. So you get your 6-drop on the field. I think he has double strike 25.
Mm-hmm.
Paralyze technique. So your United Leader's 5,000. I'm like, all right, cool. He has to combo 2 cards because I don't think about super combos when I play Prison.
I only got to draw 1 there. It's always sad. You hate to see it, but
yeah. But there's your super combo.
Yeah. So I did draw into Bardock Unison, which we played another match after this battle where that Bardock Unison really put in some work. And I really like how it flows in this deck, and I'm kind of upset that I didn't get to show it off in this battle. But the ability to just pop your 1-drop and force your opponent to drop 1, and then you +2 from picking up cards from your life, and then you get to put another battle card out. It's so much value off of that Unison that I kind of think it's a staple in this deck. If this deck does pick up some traction, like I think it's insanely good, and also kills combos, which you don't combo with a lot of cards, so it didn't really do anything on our matchup.
Hell, I mean, you just kill battle cards if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, I mean, true. Yeah.
Because I think both the leader sacks an opponent's battle card and one of yours, and then the 4-drop have a activate battle as well, or is it just a 6 and 8?
The 4-drop does, but it's 3 or less. Okay. I believe the 6-drop KOs any battle card, and then the 8-drop KOs any battle card ignoring barrier.
Yeah. So see, I just charged, swung at lead, got you down to 3. At this point, I'm like, okay, I have a way to potentially take care of his battle cards. If I get him to 3, he'll have to. If I clear his board, he'll have to restart his whole chain. And I'm like, okay, I'm okay with that, because then if he plays a 1-drop, he can't do anything. What I failed to do was look at your energy.
Hmm.
You have a very unique card there that I should have read. But because I haven't played against a set 6 Broly in like almost, 8 months?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I use Frieza's ability to negate your double strike. Pay the 1 energy, bring out the device because I have no battle cards on the field.
I I really wanted to put Pegasus Sacrifice out there, but I knew you had counterplays, and I was not going to risk, putting that out there and wasting my energy. So I just went straight for the control mech.
Speaking of counterplays,
of course, yeah. Which the Broly's now 15. Which in my head I was like, oh, that's not a big deal. I can just combo up and then draw back with my leader. But then you did this to me, and it ruined my day. So the play that I was originally going to do before you negated it is I was going to use his ability to KO the Vegeta, and I was going to put a surprise attack Frieza out there, and that gives me successor into Cell X. But now that the 8-drop's gone, I had to take another route, which I think one of the strong suits of this deck is that you have so many options and paths that you can take for what is normally a very simple chain. And right there, activated.
I completely forgot about that card.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, okay, I can do this. I'm kind of in a mode of like, okay, I still have stuff I could do. I'm tapped out though. He's gonna swing. What's next?
So draw up.
So I'm in the process of debating one of two things right now. Do I negate and then have you swing your 6-drop and try to deal with that? And I think ultimately I do negate.
I believe you do. I believe you after image. If I'm,
I think so too. I had to take a step back just to think about it. So after image, take the life. I neg your 6-drop by 10,000, and I'm like, oh, good, I'm safe. I am totally safe. You're like, okay, and I'm like, cool, I'm safe. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna just completely forget about your leader's auto or activate main. And you're over here deciding what to do next. And you pull a curveball on me.
I was really debating on what I wanted to do in this situation because I was scared you had a way to finish off the Broly, even though he's 25 and after image only next 10. I was still afraid that you were somehow going to whip out a is that all you got and finish him off. But I used my leader ability to pop Broly and Vegeta.
I should have comboed that off on either one of those attacks because it does not negate the attack. It just boosts my leader by 40,000. You chose not to combo, and I didn't do shit about it. And then you bring out this guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, negate. And as you guys saw, like literally 5 minutes ago, because this turn has been that long, you asked me about it, and I was like, did I? And I'm over here like trying to like replay all the cards I've been put into my drop right now. Like, I don't know. And obviously, seeing right here, I looked for it. I'm like, yes, I did do it in your very first attack. So,
yeah, like, I think when I said, "Hey, did you already use your leader ability this turn?" and you said, "Oh no, that was last turn," I went, "Oh yeah, you're right." And like I was literally about to say past turn, and then you picked up your drop area, and I seen the look on your face.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, well, okay.
I go through my drop again, and I'm like, yeah, I used that for that. Because I think Fluff was asking, he's like, why'd you drop that card? I'm like, because I negated this one, and I did this. I'm like, yeah, Jimmy, yeah, your attack's going to go through, and I can't do anything about it.
Yeah, that's why I pushed so hard on this turn, because I know you already burned your leader negate, and you were tapped out. So that's why I was willing to throw away an energy and then also drop Cell X on that attack, or going from the 6-drop to the 8-drop. I was willing to burn that because I knew I was tapped out. I couldn't combo with it. I wanted to keep cards in my hand that I could combo.
So you just flexing with these super combos now. I don't remember if you do one or two.
I don't remember if I had 2 in hand. No,
you didn't.
Comboed 5 case.
Yeah, that's it. That's game. I can't do anything. You got me. But yeah, no, that was Prison versus Broly. It was It was great to get my ass kicked. I appreciate it.
Hey, anytime, man. Anytime. Just hit me up, dude. You know where I'm at.
But once again, thank you all for tuning in, checking out the video, and please give us that link again, Jimmy.
Oh yeah, so Chow Alpha Saiyan over on Instagram. If you want to see this Broly deck profile, there's a few cards in there that you didn't get to see in this battle, but they really put in work when they show up. Give him a follow. Give us a subscribe. Thank you. Link in the description.
You just want to do the rest of the outro for me? I mean, you got it.
I don't know the rest of the outro. I don't practice this.
That's
Fluff's not
fine.
here. Do the Fluff thing.
That's fine. Okay. So, like always, read your cards, know your plays, and Fluff out.